Have you ever been watching a movie or a film and seen the people in the film go like this? Or maybe you have English lessons and occasionally your teacher goes like this. What does it mean? I do this a lot when I'm talking to my students, my family, my friends, and it wasn't until a student asked me, "Why do you do that? What does it mean?" that I realized it wasn't an international symbol. This is something that Americans and British people do often, and the first thing you should know is that Americans and British people, we use it slightly differently. And in case you haven't noticed, I am British, so I'm going to focus on the British reason first. However, I will introduce you to both meanings for the British and American. This has a couple of names. Some people call it bunny ears because it looks like bunny ears. Some people just call it air quotation marks because it's when you're quoting someone in written text, you do the quotes and it's the two commas above the word. It looks like that. So imagine there's a word here and I go like this. It's like quotation marks. So in English, we use the bunny ears quotation marks to represent something we don't really mean or don't necessarily believe. So British English people love to be sarcastic. So maybe we use this when we're being sarcastic or making a joke with our friends. Let's say my student comes to me and says, "Last night, aliens broke into my house and stole my homework." Now, I know this excuse is probably not true. So I kind of make a joke at the student's expense and say, "All right, and what did those aliens look like?" The reason I'm putting quotation marks around aliens is because I do not believe it's true. I believe something else happened. So I'm saying, let's humor this student. I'll play along with the joke, but I also am completely aware that the aliens do not exist. The student just forgot to do their homework. To be honest, we don't ever use this in a professional situation. This is more with friends, family, and casual situations. I want to give you some more examples. So let's say my friend called in sick to work because they were going on holiday. I know and my friend knows that they weren't really sick. So the next day at work, I might say, "How was your sick day?" Because we both understand it's not true. She didn't really take a sick day. Or let's say I spent all weekend baking cookies and all the cookies melted together and became one giant cookie. And my younger brother comes in and he wants to make fun of me and my cookies. So he says, "Can I have a cookie?" He's recognizing that it hasn't gone well. The situation didn't go as I planned, but he's also, in a way, showing that he recognizes that I tried to make cookies, but the cookie doesn't really look like a cookie. You're kind of making a joke. It's a joke between you and the other person. It's not meant in a mean way. It's just recognizing you and I both know that this situation isn't really real. Now, Americans do sometimes use it the same way to be sarcastic. However, British people are much more sarcastic than Americans. So it's more commonly seen that Americans will use this to directly quote something or someone. So for example, I might say, "My teacher told me I need to do more homework." Or I was reading a book and it said, "Always be positive." They're using it as a direct quote. So you can see that this is a direct quote about what I'm speaking about. Personally, I don't like using it that way because I believe it's incorrect. This is supposed to be a recognized symbol that what I'm saying is kind of a joke. It's not really true. Using it as a direct quote is not necessary because the context is already there. My brother said, my teacher told me, the book I am reading said. We already know it's going to be a quote, so it's not necessary to do the quotation marks. So yes, if you see a British person going like this, they're kind of making a joke, they don't 100% believe what they are saying, or they have a private in-joke with you, a very short video today. I hope it was helpful, and let me know if you have ever seen someone use these and been confused. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.